They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. Hey, check it. Don't get nervous.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go. Check, 55.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter rock. Turn it up, we giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space or out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Oakland Raiders. Here we go from Heinz Field as Chris Boswell tees it up and boots it away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Down. 180.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
19 yards. And the Raider first down.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Shotgun now for Carr. This is caught by Williams.
Ben, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering him.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that well. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, box truck.
Check back.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On play action, now Carr. His throw incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Alpha.
Carr going to go on 4th down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Complete to Washington. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first.
And the Steelers first down.
Like 80.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. Smith-Schuster, by the way, became the youngest player in NFL history to reach 200 receptions. He accomplished that Week 9 in the victory over Indianapolis. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Washington's got it. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it a 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
First carry for James Conner. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Like 20.
Yo.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division leaders. But with only 2 more wild card spots, Going to be some good teams left out in the cold in January.
Yeah, because right now you got Seattle at 7-2, Minnesota 6-3. They would be in as of right now. But the Rams 5-3, Carolina, and whoever doesn't win the East out of either Dallas or Philadelphia. This is going to be a heck of a battle, isn't it? People are going to have an effect on this conference with every game that's played, maybe even teams that aren't in the conference. If you lose to someone, anyone, it could knock you out of the race.
They run it with Jacobs, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up second and 8 at the 10-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Go!
Carr now to throw. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Hey, Haywood!
From the gun, it's Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Trevor Davis there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Raiders 7, Steelers 0.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, 51 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams Williams, 77 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. So now Carr, he'll lead the Raiders up to go for 2. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The Steelers take over. Let's go. Do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
77.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. On first down, it's Samuels. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
61.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Cross the pass.
No spacing.
Here we go. Here we go.
Mike 55. Hey. 55. Hey, eat.
65, 65.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger coming up with a first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in the guys who have the same last name and their starts. Let's go to 2000. The Johnsons, Brad, Doug, and Rob. And in 1984, we're really digging deep here. I love this. Dave, Wade, and Mark Wilson. Now, to my recollection, none of them were related. Just all had the same last name. Who would you take, the Johnsons, or would you take the Wilsons?
I'll take the Johnsons. This is caught inside the 15. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
55, my guy, 55.
694.
Throwing now is Carr. The quick slant caught. Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They come up in a 2 tight end look here. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, second and 3. Now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and it's third and short. Roethlisberger will throw. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Black 20.
25 the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come.
Alert, alert.
He don't want it.
Black, what's that?
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for Juju Smith-Schuster. Brings up second and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Let's get off the field, D.
Ben to throw again. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Brings up third down and 10.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Rip right. Mike.
Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger going top shelf. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he simply... taking a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end, McDonald. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Roethlisberger over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. A gain of 6 there on first. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger over the middle, and it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
Start! 180.
Check, 55 to Mike. 6 man.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Now it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
bitch, 9-3 in my line. You know me, my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Oakland Raiders. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, it's Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Drop deep, drop deep. SOS, SOS.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Jackson options out left. He can run for it, and he will. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a 1st down with some nice running.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, 25. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Carr. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hey, Wahoo! 57 to Mike! 57 to Mike!
From the gun, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jacobs. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Flush to his right. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now Jackson on first down. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to throw one up for the... man, it's caught. For a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 36 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Right here, right here. 57.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 22 yards there, a first down. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On second down now. It's Jacobs, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, Your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
To throw his car. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Here we go. You're mine.
From the gun, it's Carr.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Now Carr. Jones has it. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Raiders try it on fourth down, but to no avail. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Jackson to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
57
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returning it, Hill. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
Ready,
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
No.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you look...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to have this down deep into Oakland territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Seth Roberts there to make the grab. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
93. 57 to Mike. Block 57. I don't even know why his team showed up.
Now Carr. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
After the interception, here's Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 44 yards. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr completes it to Davis. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Carr now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Trevor Davis, 41 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's go.
Jackson, options out left. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Kill, turn up. Under 10, 10. He's coming.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's just me and you. It's just me.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, and he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Miles Boykin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. From the 39, Carr. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
This pass into the arms of Snead, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike. Stay with your man. That's it.
Jackson from the shotgun. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Got a man. It's Brown. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as the Ravens push further out in front.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Carr going to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. They're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy. Territory.
A gain of 19 yards. And at Baltimore, 1st down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. Jackson now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Edwards. The linebacker, William Compton, in on the tackle. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch the car. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. It's our time.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You're mine. Kill.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Tyrell Williams was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. To throw, it's Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Ravens are victorious here as we say so long from Baltimore.